Here's a portrait of Josh where it looks like he's about to do slam poetry.
I have a fidget ring. You can spin it. The JJ patches. We got anime Josh here. Flower crown Josh here. We have a pen.
Magnet hoodie.
Ow. We love the Flowers tour.
Please make it loud for Josh Johnson!
Man, okay. I've been excited to come to Rochester, and I have been also nervous. I mean, I cannot tell if y'all have a mountain lion or not. Listen, I can only go off of what I've been watching. And what I've been watching, I'll just walk you through it. What I saw was a news report. This news report was of someone's Ring camera. I like that the whole community is involved in the surveillance. I like that this wasn't CCTV footage. This was, a person's Ring camera. And in the Ring camera, there is what might be, probably is, definitely looked like a mountain lion going for a late night stroll. Fantastic. The mountain lions have heard that Rochester is a place worth parking, and so the mountain lions have shown up, and one particular mountain lion was letting himself be seen. That ended up on the news where I saw it, and I was like, that does look like a mountain lion. But then the internet being the internet, there were plenty of people that were like, mountain lion, that's a cougar. Nothing makes me want to get into it with people than well, actually, that's so beside the point. A very big cat is walking around Rochester. Cougar, mountain lion, help me with the major difference. And then people initially, when the report came out, there was a shelter-in-place order, right? And I heard about the shelter-in-place order, and I was like, order? Who was fighting to get outside knowing there was a mountain lion out there? Who was like, y'all know I always wanted to pet one. This is so unfair. Every time something fun happened, I gotta stay inside. Shelter-in-place order is crazy. I saw people commenting online off the video, and I saw some people that were like, "Aww." Please tell me you understand that if that awe is taken to a mountain lion, that will be the last noise you make. Oh, so sweet. Just licking it. Let's go say hi. Aw. Aw. Wow, okay. And then from there, people contacted the zoo, and to y'all's credit, y'all's zoo was like, hey, nah. Everybody here's supposed to be here. Okay? We not just loose with the gates like some other zoos have been. We got all our cougars, we got all our mountain lions, every cat is here. And like the fact that this thing was just strolling as well. It's not like running around. Everyone that says they've seen it, it's like quickly become this like urban legend / mascot of Rochester. Because then the people that have seen it, and look, I'm not saying that if you've seen it, you were supposed to tackle it and take a selfie with it. I believe the people that say they saw it. I believe one person in particular that says that he saw it. I believe the man that your news interviewed that said that he saw it. This man should just be an anchor. The man is on the news and they turn and he went rawr. And I was like, go on. So far, this is very believable. He's like, it went rawr, and I was like, ooh, I'm good. No, none of that. No. I like how that's how you get away from wild animals. It's like, because admittedly, look, I'll tell you, as a black person, that's exactly what's happening. If you see a wild animal out in the not wild, you start conversing with it like somebody you owe a lot of money. Hey, look, no, hey, listen, no, look, no, please, no, no, bruh, no, thank you, no, please. Look, nah, later maybe, but no, not today. Oh, Lord help me, oh. This man gives this interview, he says he saw a row, and then he was like, no, I'm not messing with you, no, thank you, no, I'm out of here, no, I'm not, I don't mess with lions, tigers, bears, good policy. These are good things to keep in mind. I don't mess with any of them. And then my favorite thing about the interview wasn't that he was like, it could be anywhere. It could be in those bushes, as this man looked up. This is why this dude is like low-key one of my favorite people of all time, because I know exactly everything that's going through his thought process while he's talking to the news, and I also could put myself in this situation when he saw the mountain lion. No, I could be in one of these bushes anywhere. He stopped just short of what I probably would have said, which is like, it could be anywhere. Anywhere, these bushes up here. It could be in the house. It could be you. We don't know each other. Like, how we know he didn't stand up, tuck the tail, and was like, reporting live? Matter of fact, roll up your sleeves. Let me see how furry you are. No, my favorite thing about this interview was that this man gave the interview in broad daylight, explaining what he saw while holding a bat. It's like, that's why I keep it with me right now. That's why I got it on me. And I'm like, yes, but no. No, that's why sometimes I don't like the movies that Hollywood makes, that, you know, they put scenes out there that wouldn't go the way that we've imagined. You know, you put Idris Elba in one movie with a line, and now people think they could fend off a mountain lion with like not a thick bat. Like that bat looked like Pee-wee grade. That was not a slugger, you know. He was like, no, but come near me if it comes anything. No. And then y'all did not help the situation. Because then you started posting AI of y'all with the mountain lion. This woman said she heard a row and she looked and he was in the bakery. And I'm like, I'm believing it I'm believing it until I see the picture. I'm over here being like, man, this woman, chill. This woman a straight gangster. She's not just a baker. It was in her store. And they showed the picture. I was like, y'all gotta stop playing. This is supposed to be the news. I was sitting there getting mad. I was like, all right, some of these clearly look fake, but a couple of them don't. Look, you can either post an AI image or you can interview the person. Don't do both. That's disrespectful to my man who's probably still carrying a bat right now. You all over here scared him, making him think the mountain lion everywhere. No, look, don't approach a mountain lion. If you see a mountain lion, there's a whole number you're supposed to call, so some like actual professionals come deal with the mountain lion. That was another little gripe that I had that I will admit. I was like, because I was in my head, I'm like, I'm coming to Rochester. What if I see his mountain lion? I should probably memorize this number. And instead of being in any way catchy, in any way memorable, this number isn't 1-800-sighting. That would be too many numbers, I understand. But like this number is just 1-375-2280. Like it was just such a regular number. I was like, no one will remember that. You couldn't even make a number. You couldn't even make it like 1-800-GET-CATS. Not even try. Now I'm over here, I see the mountain lion, I don't have a bat on me, anything. I'm doing the regular thing, the thing that we know to do. No, I'm not messing with you. I'm not playing with you. Get away from me. Oh no, oh geez, right? And now I'm trying to call the number and I'm like, 1. Now I'm over here, somebody knows the number. That's insane. That's too earnest. Don't. That's we. Imagine though, because this is my thing. This is just my thinking. If I saw the mountain lion, right, and it was over here, not just minding its like ring camera business, not just going about his day. Maybe I saw the mountain lion. The mountain was like, "Hey, city ain't big enough for the both of us." I'm not gonna lie, just for the sake of brevity, I would probably call 911. But the idea that there's a whole extra set of numbers to call if you see the mountain lion makes me wonder that like if you call 911, they'll be like, a mountain lion? You called the wrong 911. Look, I'll give you the number call. Write it down. Write it down. You can't transfer me? No, we 3 numbers, they're 10 numbers. You just can't transfer like that. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, I'm just praying I have a good time in Rochester and I don't see a mountain lion in the very high bushes y'all have. Y'all have been busy since I've been gone. Y'all have had a string, multiple robberies. See, I haven't even specified yet, and y'all have had a string of robberies of the mail. I was reading about it, mail carriers are getting robbed, and that's just, I like an unboxing as much as the next person, but like that's truly insane. It's mail. It's more likely you stealing bills. Imagine. Oh, would have been great if somebody had robbed my house when I only had bills in it, you know? I can't even imagine what that would be like for the mail carrier, because it'd be different if you're like a Brinks truck. It'd be different if you went to wherever, because they go everywhere and they do these shipments from different places and stuff. It would be different if you went to like, you know, some grocery store, they had to do their deposit, you show up with the truck, they always have like 2 of them there. And I used to think that was for security, but the worse the economy gets, I'm like, nah, that's so somebody doesn't quit on the job. That's so somebody doesn't just drive off with the truck. There's at least one other person there to keep you accountable. But they'll have the person who's like loading up the truck or loading something in from the place that they're picking up from, and then they'll have one person just sort of standing there looking at everybody. I used to work at a grocery store. This exact thing would happen. Like, they would come with the truck and there would be somebody that looked at everybody like a suspect. You would have grapes in hand and he'd be like, what's up though? Like, you trying to, it's like, oh, I'm trying to, check out, get rung up. It's like, okay, all right, likely story, but okay. And then, they go off, they deliver it to the bank or whatever. I can only imagine if you work at the mail. And somebody roll up on you, maybe they have a gun, maybe they don't, and they're like, hey, come up out of everything. I don't even think you'd be trying to be brave. I think out of genuine confusion, you'd be like, the mail? Yeah, everything you got. It's like, I can tell you right now, because of the route that I'm on, none of these about to be checks. You know what I mean? Because it's not even like they're robbing the mail carrier of like the best neighborhood. You just robbing the mail in hopes. It would be different if this was like the 1800s. It would, because back in the day when they robbed trains, those trains did bring like mail with them. And a lot of that mail was like, from bank to bank, or somebody sending something to someone that was precious. You had these great train robberies and everything. Now, you'd be sorely disappointed if you were to hop on an Amtrak. You're like, okay, everybody, this is a robbery. It's like, all right, first of all, let me tell you right now, every single car in that Amtrak, bathroom destroyed. So already, you get on the Amtrak, you'll be like, all right, everybody, this is a... Oh, one of y'all sick? What? Because people used to carry their belongings on them, and now it's just one belonging. Like, now it is, the phone's more important than the wallet. For some people, the phone is the wallet. That's why when some people forget their phone, I'm like, y'all didn't take life seriously at all today. Do you know what I mean? Like it's one thing if I forget my ID, or if I forget one of my like cards, or if I forget my keys or my AirPods. Like, you do the little check before you go, make a song out of it, right? It's very different if you decided, hey, I'm gonna put everything in the phone, that way it's all in one place. Some people even put the card in the little pouch behind their phone. I remember the first time I saw that, I was like, this is a horrible idea. Just attaching the wallet to the phone. And they're like, no, now everything's in one place. I'm like, yeah, you made it easy for the mugger. That's all you did. You still gonna be forgetful. I don't know why we think that like changing that thing will like change us. Do you know what I mean? My friend is very forgetful. But then he's like, no, if I just put it all in one thing, I'll be fine. I'm like, no, you'll forget more at once. Your day will be worse. Because then I already saw this, right? You saw that they put the phone into the back of the case, into the wallet, right? All one thing. Then they were like, why even use a case? Let's just mush the credit cards into the phone, let everybody pay with their phone. So now, a lot of my friends don't even carry credit cards. It's just the phone. So now when you forget your phone, I'm like, who are you? The phone was your ID, it was your credit card, it was your phone. This is is what's crazy about losing a phone now. Not just on top of, not just on top of like how much we keep in it, but my friend locked himself out of his house because he had put his keys in his phone. Because you know they have that thing now where certain scan, you can scan and then just boom, click, and then the door opens. He did that because he was like, why keys? Keys are so archaic. Why am I, and then pitched it to me like this. Why am I just walking around all day jingling? What am I, the crypt keeper? Why am I running around here, cling, 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 cling? No. That is entertainment for babies, all right? Only thing that keys are good for, put the keys into the phone. And then with the credit card, he was like, why am I just carrying around plastic all the time? Then the card expired. You don't even know the card was about to expire. So then you over here trying to pay for your groceries looking dumb. Looking over here. No, I swear, there's money in the account. I don't know why this is happening. You got the Brinks guy staring at you like, all right, you said it was all about grapes, but it looked like it's not all about grapes. So what's really hood? Now I put the card in my phone. I put the keys in my phone. I got everything all the time. And I'm like, all right, but what happens when you don't have the phone? Because you're telling me all this as like the reason to put everything inside of one thing. But now you're locked out. You're locked out of your apartment and you're sitting in my apartment. Somebody who uses a key to get in. I don't know. I feel bad for you. You gotta use this archaic technology. You gotta turn it with your wrist like you're from 2000 BC. And then that's the other thing that was crazy. It's like all these things that were for ease, he ended up being so much worse off because I told him, I was like, you didn't even have your phone on you to call me. You had to find me. Do you realize how much crazier that is? If you had kept it all separate, if you had diversified your belongings, and then realized, ooh, I forgot my phone. Let me use my key to walk back into my apartment and maybe send an email to a friend or let someone know I'm gonna be late, right? Or if I, forgot my key, I now have a card and a phone to either call someone else who has the key or just go to, where we keep our spare key. You can go where you keep your spare key. Because you keep a spare key, right? You keep one physical copy, right? You keep one physical key, and then you keep your phone key. Because one of those keys isn't dumb. And he was like, why would I have a backup regular key? Just so somebody can find that key, break into my place, and steal all my belongings. I'm like, it sounds like you have one belonging. It sounds like... I'm waiting for when they do that. I'm waiting for when Apple is like, no, put the couch in the phone. Just trying to get you to sit on your phone to be comfortable. And then when your phone cracks, it's like, oops, maybe that was a bad idea, but you will need a new phone. We're doing all this stuff and it's just doing too much. Doing too much. And then you get to the place where you don't even know why you're doing what you're doing. You get to the place where you're robbing the mail. Truly for what? At best, it might be like a blender. If you are robbing the mail and it is not an Amazon package, you're already losing. Because when I tell you right now, This mail that you're stealing, this like paper that you're stealing, is paper that the people it's going to don't want. Forget bills. This is like begging people to open up a new credit card. It's begging people to subscribe to a magazine they subscribed to one time. It's just asking for money. And then you do that, and then you open all that mail in your place, which is also against the law. You doubling up on felonies. What's the plan here? Because now you've opened the check. Let's say you got a check. Let's say somebody still works in 1990. And let's say that you got the check. What is the plan now? To go to the bank and be like, hey, I'm 8 people. No. But who knows? Maybe the banks in Rochester just cash whatever y'all bring. I have no idea. Maybe this makes sense. I know it's been spoken on already, but I am genuinely, I've been looking it up. I've been educating myself, and I'm fascinated at the origin of the garbage plate. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm not here to talk about if it's good or not, or the aesthetic or anything like that. I'll get to the aesthetic, but like the name. I don't know. This is what I think happened. This is okay. Look, I'm pitching you what I think happened because we didn't have to get here. Anything that is good does not also have to have like a derogatory name, right? But I think that like something happened. Something happened where like I live in New York City. I live in Brooklyn, and New York City is very dirty. There's a lot of garbage out. No alleys, just street. I remember the first time when I moved to New York, because I moved to New York with very little frame of reference of what New York would be like. And so I moved to New York, and I saw the trash on the street, and I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know we were in a state of emergency. I had no idea. I picked the wrong time to move because the garbage, and piled up too, almost organized in its chaos, piled up about waist high at the sidewalk, you know? And then I realized that's what you do there. You put the garbage on the street. Like for a day, well, not a day, for like 3 days out of the week, we are the garbage. And somehow nobody has seen fit to just make an alley. Isn't this one of the oldest cities in America? At any point in time, somebody could have been like, look, we're gonna have to like eminent domain this one brownstone so that everybody doesn't have to live like the apocalypse happened 5 months ago. It will be a beautiful day in New York City. You'll be walking happy. And then you will, as an adult, I thought I smelled all the smells. As a grown person, I was positive I'd even smelled all the mixes. And sometimes you'll be walking in New York City, and it will be a beautiful day. It'll be a picturesque day. It'll be one of those days that they direct movies with the scene that you're seeing. It's almost like God cinematography. When you look around New York City, the sun is coming up. There's that golden hour, everything's shining off, the building's just perfect. Maybe you walking and you walking with somebody you love, you holding hands and everything, and then you even go to say, I love you, right? You go to express, because you get swept up in this moment, this beautiful, beautiful moment that somehow you can only experience in New York City. Plenty of places are beautiful, but this moment can only happen in New York City. And you go to say, I love you, but that means you open your mouth. And so now this person whose eyes you were looking deep into, you go, you can't even describe it. You can't even describe. The only thing that even comes close to it is if you like ran onto like an Amtrak train with the bathroom door open. You've never felt or smelled anything like that. You felt like you were walking through a cloud when it happened. And now you're doubled over. That moment has happened in New York City for as long as New York City has been around. Since its founding. Since they were like, no, just mush them together. Nah, everybody want to live here, mush them together. No, it's... and on top, too, let's build up. No, it means more trash, but it means more people to, pay more taxes for us to still not have figured this out. Look, it's a phenomenal idea. There's no way, no, you can't cut through these buildings. You can't tear something down. No, that'd be crazy. This thing is worth $2 million. This piece of property that nobody wants, that no one will ever want, is also worth $2 million. No, we can't make it an alley. That would be useful. And so, I think maybe somebody saw that entire situation. And they were in Rochester and they were eating at one of their favorite places and they were like, that looks exactly like what's in front of me right now. I've seen it and I feel like there were other names. Because there were other words available, you know what I mean? This is how I'll put it. It would be like if I baked a cake, right? If I baked a cake and it was a triple chocolate cake, right? So, and not just triple chocolate in the way that it's like chocolate layer, chocolate layer, chocolate layer. Let's say I really took my time. I really did something like decadent. I really made like one layer almost like chocolate chip cookie. It's a little bit more brownie than it is like cake. And then the layer above that, I went a little bit like dark chocolate with it, right? And it had a little bit of filling in the sides of it that was also like something you don't usually get in chocolate cake. And then the top of the chocolate cake, very light. Very, like, not the, like, fondant type stuff, like very light icing and a very, like, moist top, melts in your mouth, right? And then you had this chocolate cake and it was actually, let's just say for the sake of the argument, the best chocolate cake you've ever had in your life. Incredible. You were moved by how good this chocolate cake is, because you never had chocolate cake like it. This might make you act different, move different throughout your life. You never had chocolate cake like this before. Never has somebody put chocolate cake on a dish and then you put fork to cake and then fork to mouth and cake to mouth and then felt this good about your life and yourself, right? It's never happened before. And so then you ask because now there's a different person. You're a different person when you had the cake, before you had the cake, and after you had the cake, right? You're about to move through the world with more love, knowing that there's cakes like this to be had. You're about to spread the good word of this cake, because more people should have this cake, more people should feel this happiness, right? And you take a break from chewing, from everything, to ask me, what kind of cake is this? And instead of saying triple chocolate cake, instead of listing the ingredients, you ask me what type of cake it is, and I say, Dookie. I called it Dookie, because, no, because when you look at the plate, you know what I mean? No, it looked like Dookie, so I called it Dookie. That makes it more enticing, doesn't it? Have another slice of Dookie. That's when I garbage plates. They may have found signs of ancient life on Mars. And I don't know how that helps us. That's y'all did it. You know what I mean? Ancient life on Mars. Not current life. To my understanding, they have found signs that somebody used to be there. Okay. All right. Imagine somebody coming to you and being like, this place used to be cool. Because I've thought about that. I've thought about how, what if, let's just say, for the sake of argument, what if there was like ancient life on Mars? And like ancient beings, we're not talking about like little microbes or anything like that, like intelligent beings. Like obviously we would call them aliens and everything because they're over there, we're over here. But like they lived on Mars. And then even though they're intelligent beings, they didn't always act in a way that was intelligent. You know what I mean? They didn't take care of themselves, each other, or their planet. And maybe they built out systems that didn't actually benefit all of them, just a few. And then it got to a point where they were not just unhappy with each other, they were unhappy with their planet, a planet that they had basically ruined. It used to be dope, and now it's whatever it is now. And so then they worried that there was no way to reverse course. There was still time, but they were like, what are you gonna do? And so then they, over time, remember, this is ancient. Remember how long the universe has been around. They looked around and they were, in some ways, very intelligent. Maybe intelligent enough to find another place to live. And maybe they find a place, and maybe it's called Earth. And maybe they went to Earth and they, been on Earth for so long, they forgot where they came from, but being intelligent beings, they made all the same mistakes all over again. And so then there comes this day where they look around and not really happy with themselves or each other or their planet, and rather than hopefully not wrecking it or themselves, they're like, what if we went to Mars? Maybe there's something there. Because I do think that, I don't know, I feel like that's as likely as finding life on Mars. Because that is where we're at for the most part. There's a lack of belief in the idea that you can still build community, or the idea that people can still see each other as people. That's incredibly troubling and scary. I think that we rely now on communication that is more served to us than we seek out. We feel like we seek it out because we're discovering it in real time. In real time, you are discovering your For You page. In real time, you are discovering when you're scrolling and you feel like because you're making the choice to scroll that it's the choice what you see next, but it really isn't. And based on a bunch of things about you, we think we're shaping the algorithm, and it's a high likelihood it's the other way around. Because based on how you've built your habits gets based on whether you get served contempt or compassion. And so then when it's time for us to talk, we have a very different view of how people are in the world. Like all of social, all of this stuff, every platform, it's just a mirage. But when you're out in the desert by yourself, which it feels like a lot of people feel that way. A ton of people feel like they're out by themselves, right? And you see this thing up ahead and you think you know what it is, and it turns out to be a mirage. It's very hard to convince anyone of that idea. And so that's what I watch more of than anything else. It's just the idea that, like, I know what's going on, I know what people are saying, I know how people think, and I've got a big picture of everything that's going on. It's like, I promise you have a snapshot. No person, no single person online is one thing. No idea is one shared belief by everyone. And once again, no matter what you do, even when you think you're gaming the system, even when you're like, but I log out sometimes, I guarantee you, you're being served a certain amount of contempt and a certain amount of compassion, and it's all driven to keep driving you. You want to know what people think, you want to know how people are, you just talk to people. This is the only way to find out. If you want community, you build it as best as possible. And you build it in any way that you can. Some of that will include being online. Some of that, I'm not talking about like talking to your friend in a DM. I'm talking about like the way we see each other is so important. And the way we see each other is being like molded and affected without people understanding that they didn't actually get to participate in some of this. You don't know what impact you have to anyone that's like outside of your sphere. It's why I do my best. I'm not perfect, but why I do my best to be, hopefully, the best version of myself all the time. Because people are only going to see a sliver. So if what they see is good, maybe they'll think the world's a little bit better. And if they see bad, they might think the world's a little worse. And it goes moment to moment. And no matter how much you try to put out, you can still get drowned out. But I know that when I see people, when I see anger, when I see hate, when I see love, when I see compassion, I know that I'm seeing all of it at one time. And then the real mix of it that's out there is different than what's in my phone. The same way you shouldn't put your keys and your wallet and your... Do you know what I mean? The same way that if you put everything in the phone and then you lose sight of what you're up to, you're lost. It's the same way that you cannot just trust that what you're seeing and what people are saying, and these people as well, these people, whoever these people are. Because that's the other thing about opinions online. It's the other thing about people online. We didn't vote for like a king or queen of online. Somehow any person saying anything is representative of everybody at any given point. That's not possible. I wish it was what was happening when it was like a smart person. But like, who knows? Like, smart people usually don't keep you online because they're like, hey, you should live your life. It's very bad for business. When people live their lives and when they meet people and when they talk to people and they have real conversations with people, when they really sit down with people and they get to know people, that's scary. It's scary for everybody who benefits from what you're like when you're just on your phone. You need to be very, very careful of how we look at other people, how we judge other people, because I'm telling you right now, this thing will run away from you. You will leave the house thinking the entire world is the devil without ever having checked with any other person. Do you know what I mean? I've gone outside and I've talked to people, and there are people, I'll tell you right now, there are people that scare me. There are people that scare me. There are people that walk around on trash day in New York and yawn. That's insane. I don't know if it gets crazier. That's terrifying. And I'm talking like hot summer trash day. Not today, Satan. No, I see that, and I'm not gonna lie, I cross the street. I treat them like they got a pit bull. I treat them like, you know? Well, yeah. Like I don't know. And sometimes you want to throw your hands up and just say, none of it's worth it or anything. And I don't know. I just don't believe that. There are some things that happening and your response, what you put out into the world, it is coming back. It may not feel that way. And maybe you're a kid and you're impulsive and somebody makes you angry online, so you get real nasty with everybody all day, and you don't even think about like the ripple effect that thing has. But like, people take online, obviously is not real, but people take real things off of it, you know. And I've talked about this before. I'm never stop talking about it, because I genuinely believe it from the bottom of my heart that the bravest thing you ever do. I remember I read this and it stuck with me, and I hope it sticks with me for the entirety of my life, because this is how people make money. This is how people control you. This is how people mess with your mind. This is how people turn you against other people. The bravest thing that you will ever do in your entire life is accept that there's nothing wrong with you. Nothing intrinsically wrong with you. There's nothing that is like that needs to be bought to fix you. There's nothing that you need to, and that is not to say that everyone is a perfect person. I'm not saying people don't need to work on themselves. I'm saying that like you are not beyond the measure of like the love and care that a person should receive, right? And then the second scariest thing you'll ever do in your life, and like some people can't do it. Some people live and die. They get buried without ever doing it. The other scariest thing you'll ever do in your entire life, I promise you, is change your mind. And like, I don't think that I personally don't think we're in a place where we're too far gone. These two things can still happen. It takes a second for them to happen. It takes a moment for either one of them to happen. That there is nothing wrong with you. Now, you're not perfect. You make mistakes. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing unfixable, unlovable about you. And then there's a world that looks different than the world in your phone, or even the world from your experiences. But I promise you, changing your mind will not kill you. But this isn't the world. It's not even your world. It's just what you're being served to keep you on the platform. But I think somewhere along the line, we start to feel like it's a window instead of a TV. Do you know what I mean? It's not a window. There's no way to know what everybody thinks, and there is no like side to reality. So when you're watching something, and when you're watching people react to something, you're seeing a piece of it, but you have to remember what you're being served. Like that's what's happening. Different amounts, compassion, contempt, depends on how you look, depends on where you go. It's worth seeing the full picture for yourself. I think to fail to do that is to start to fail to be as human as you can be. You know, this thing that we have is this incredible tool, but like tools are also weapons. A tool can protect you, and you can use it to hurt other people. Like if you If you thought a mountain lion was like walking around all the time and you just had a bat with you just in case, it's like not. But these things are tools, and it's very important to remember who's using the tool. We think it's us all the time, and I think that is a mistake. To think that we use it, that it doesn't work the other way around ever. I love you all, and I appreciate every single one of you. I don't want to see. I don't want to see people destroy themselves because they thought that they had a mirror, they thought that they had a window, and they just had a TV. You know? So I appreciate every single one of y'all. I can't even describe it. I was so excited to come here and spend time with you, and that is definitely in spite of the mountain lion. So. Rochester, y'all been amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all so much.
Welcome to Josh Johnson Show. I'm Josh Johnson, joined by my co-host, fellow stand comedian Logan Nielsen. Logan, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing well, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. So much has happened. Okay, so
much has happened. You've also started every episode with that lately. You got a lot going on this last month.
This last month has been a lot.
A lot to experience.
So Sally and I ordered food today. And I won't say where the restaurant is in case this isn't the restaurant's fault because we're still investigating. DoorDash itself is investigating, and then I'm holding my own investigation where I'm calling the restaurant at different times to make sure.
I'm holding my own investigation.
This is how people like really lose their minds. Like when anytime no matter how vindicated you might be or how justified you feel, if you start your own investigation into anything, you've probably already lost your mind.
Yeah, no. Even if you end up being proved right, you do still have the shame of having to take all the yarn off the wall. Mm-hmm. You know, you have to take down all the safety pins.
Yep.
Still, you being like, "Whew, I got into this deep, huh?" Ooh.
You have to take down the clippings from where you were wrong. Like,
yeah,
you know, those clippings that just had nothing to do with anything. And you were just like, well, in Italy, the tomatoes are going bad. And it's like, okay, well, now.
That's true. Every conspiracy theorist who does that, and if they are proved right, they have to go like, yeah, this whole branch over here, though, I was a bit off. I was a bit off on this over here.
I did make a mistake.
I am embarrassed about these strings over here. I'm a bit embarrassed about, but Robert Redford had nothing to do with it. I really went at him. I was going to take down Sundance and all of it. He had nothing to do with this at all, and it's all over here. Okay.
Turns out Orson Welles has not been alive for quite some time.
That's something, and honestly, you do just a tertiary search, you will find that. It's one of the first thing that comes up is his date of death, and I really, man, couldn't see the forest through the trees, but
yeah, because he looks so much like the guy from Stranger Things with the beard. I just thought they were the same person.
Yeah.
So then I just kept digging.
But either way, I was right, and the moon is filled with pudding. So despite that stuff, I was right. We are missing the big picture. I was right.
And so I've been holding my own investigation. Anyway, what happened was we ordered some food. And you know how it's all the same company, even though they use different names? I'm pretty sure like DoorDash, Caviar, all those places are like the same thing now.
Yeah, they're like owned by the exact same. Yeah.
Yeah.
They all bought each other.
They all bought each other.
They're all owned by each other.
They also somehow still exist.
Yeah.
But they are all under one umbrella.
They're all under one umbrella. I think they're all not profitable, but also are. I don't
Because it's like they're not profitable, but they pay slave wages, which just means these people are really bad at business.
Yeah, it just means there's just a hole filled with money somewhere because they don't know what to do with it. So they just
I don't feel like I'm saving money.
They just dump it into a deep, wet hole. They don't.
And
we can't get the money out. It's all wet now.
Like instead of Grubhub or Seamless and then Caviar, just make Caviar the standard and just call the other ones Caviar Poor.
Yeah,
because it's kind of what's happening. There are certain restaurants that are like only on Caviar, and you're like, why? And then you see that they're super expensive, so you're like, okay, maybe that's why. But still, you can't be that. Like, you can't act too. You're using the same plastic container. So don't get uppity. Mm-hmm. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
You're still spooning spaghetti into the same black and clear plastic container as the place that charges $3, you know?
Well, and for these, how they work too is like, it's not like there's a Caviar representative who works at the restaurant who manages these orders. It's just a different tablet the place gives you. Mm-hmm. Whichever one you work for, you just have a different type of tablet that the orders go through, and then a driver comes to pick it up who probably works for all of them, because you can be a Grubhub, Uber Eats, whatever driver all at the same time. Mm-hmm. So there's no reason for all these to exist.
There's also no reason to not pay these people well, because if you've gotten to the point where they're working for 4 of them at the same time in a day, why don't you, and you're also all the same company, why don't you just go ahead and make them an employee and pay them a fair wage? It's insane. And so,
because in that one too, the illusion of choice doesn't do anything for me. I'd rather just the restaurants be on one thing. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. So
anyway, your investigation, sorry.
I said all this to say that we ordered some food. I won't say the restaurant.
Pull your mic a little closer to your mouth.
Oh, okay. We ordered some food. I will not say the restaurant, just in case it's not their fault. But when our food came,
and if they're listening, and they'll come for you.
This would be how we get death threats.
This would be we accidentally start a feud with a very violent restaurant.
Yeah, I'd hate for something to happen to you. I'd hate for you to slip in some mac and cheese and never walk. So what ends up happening is that we order, and then the food gets there, and there's no buzz, right? There's no buzz or anything. The app is how we realize it's there.
They're just in the house.
Yeah, right. That would have honestly been better, because then someone would have been able to explain what happened. So,
and also talk about service.
Yeah. You picked the lock? You just knew.
Don't worry about it. Here it is.
And so
it's already on plates for you.
Then they drop it off. They're nowhere to be found. So then Sally goes down, and she comes back up to the apartment, and she's like, you'll never believe it. And I'm like, what? Because in my head, I'm like, did we get something extra? Did we not get all our food? You know what I mean? And she just lifts it up. She's like, they gave it to us in a garbage bag.
Here you go. Eat your fucking slop, you monsters. Here you go. Oh, you want this?
I'm
you want
sending
this
you the
little
picture
piggy?
right
I brought
now.
it right to your door. Here it is.
I'm sending you the picture.
Oh no.
This is untouched. I'm sending you the picture right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just a flaw. You can see the red band around it. I think those are the trash bags we have.
Yeah,
me and Jess.
they
I
are.
think those
They're
are
hefty bags.
That is a hefty.
What a way! What a way to insult somebody. Just like, here's your hefty bag full of food.
Yeah, here you go. Here's your trash.
Imagine someone just delivering it in a trough. That would have actually been less insane.
Just an open bucket, and everything's mixed up in it.
And
Here's
so
your pail of slop.
And so she's holding up the bag, and then I'm like, no, like I'm already smiling. I'm like, there's no way. Like this is a joke, right? And then she and then she opens it and she was like, oh my God, it's wet. And I was like, well, is it raining outside? And she's like, no.
Was it wet on the outside of the bag?
No, it's wet on the inside of the bag.
Well, that could be steam though. That could be the steam.
It was not steam because the bag was full of mud.
It was full of mud?
So underneath, in the picture that I sent you, underneath the containers is just like muddy water. So unless they grab their fresh trash bag with their cleanest dirt in it, and then the food started to sweat.
With their cleanest dirt in it.
Unless that's what happened. I was just delivered the actual trash. They
This
sent
seems
the
like it was
trash
like
to my house.
It seems like they wrote it over, but it was like just hanging from the back of their bike. Like they just tied it onto the back.
They wanted to do the like little motorcycle effect, so they just had one of the lips of the plastic in the spoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't
gotta-
know. We don't know. There's so many scenarios where this could have happened.
Yeah. No,
Because-
this does need to be a full investigation. Let's get into it.
Because either the restaurant is the culprit, and they were like,
Right.
we're done. Okay. We're done with you. We're done with your hunger, you know,
Right.
and we're done with your food. So everyone today is going to know how we feel. All right? And then this poor, seamless driver shows up, and they're like, take this bag. And he's like, not to deliver, right? You want me to throw this around the back, right? And they're like, no, that's the food. We want you to give it to them in person. And then
These
when
are
you
bad people.
when they open the door, I want you to spit in their face, okay? And then he's such a good person that's why he couldn't do it. He couldn't spit in our face. He doesn't know us. So that's why
And he couldn't even
just
buzz.
left it.
He just left it.
He just left it and was like, I don't want to be a part of this, but I need my job, right?
Yep. Yeah.
That's scenario one.
Okay.
Scenario two, they gave the driver their regular bag with the food in it, and he was like, no, this is my last day. All right. And since there's no HR to call to yell at, I don't have enough coworkers to quit in front of, I'm just going to do it as a terrorist all day. I'm just going to.
Well, see, or alternate to that same scenario, but not so much out of spite. They were like, we have the food ready, but we just realized we're out of bags. Do you have one? And he goes, yes. Let me go look in my trunk.
Yes. Let me go back home.
Oh, here it is.
And grab my trash bag that I've already started using.
Here, I've had this in the trunk of my car. I had some wet shoes in it. Will that be okay?
And they were like, sure, it's leaving. We don't care.
It's your problem now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Now, scenario three
Okay.
is much like your alternate scenario where the restaurant did not give him any bag. And so then he wanted to give us a bag because he was like, even though I'm delivering it to the location where they will no longer need a bag, maybe they'll need a bag. Maybe they're ordering this just to bring it over to a friend. So then they'll need something to carry it with. And they probably don't have bags in their home because who does that, you know? So let me bring them a bag, even if it is a bit dirty. Scenario 4.
Okay.
The devil himself came up from hell
From hell, Satan himself.
and actually pushed the delivery driver out of the way and was like,
Oh.
I got this. Okay. Okay. Let me take care of the situation. All right? Let me make sure that they go to bed tonight a little hungrier than they could have been, you know? Because it's not like I'm starving now. I had alternatives, you know?
Yeah. Okay. I'm grabbing a notepad here, okay, so we can solve some mysteries, okay? We do have one mystery solved. There's one mystery solved in all of this as to why your doorbell was not rang. Whatever the scenario leading up to it, for sure, the answer to that is because that driver was filled with shame. Whatever happened to lead up to that moment, for sure. The reason why no one rang you, why no one called you, was because he went, I can't look them in the eye. Whether that is out of malice or pure embarrassment, that is still up for debate. But for sure, that is why the bag was left. So we have that mystery solved. Why no buzz? Why no buzz? Because shame.
Yeah.
So we have that. We have no buzz solved.
Scenario 5 is...
Oh, God, I didn't realize he had more scenarios. I didn't realize there'd be another scenario post Satan himself getting involved.
Yeah, scenario 5, potentially the most likely. The bag ripped and he just put it in something nearby, and then it happened to be a trash bag. Because it would also explain all the dirt.
Sure,
I think that
plausible.
there's a chance that, because we know from this place that their bags are the paper bags with the loose spun sort of straw handles. So that's just 2 staples holding the handles to the bag. And there's only a little bit of glue at the bottom of the paper bag holding it together. So what we also think is likely is that the trash bag was actually clean. This dude was walking with our food. It fell out of the bag into the dirt. He then grabs a fresh trash bag and then puts the food back in, so at least there's a bag.
Yeah.
Because if he delivers it with just dirt on it and his hands, we're gonna be like, why? How did this happen?
What'd you do?
Yeah.
What did you do
What
right
did
now?
you do? But now he's off scot-free because he had a clean trash bag with him.
Right. Yeah, because that's the real question of this case.
Actually,
is at what point the mud comes into play.
yeah.
That really determines who is at fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because I'm looking right now at my phone, and I'm looking at the app for where we ordered, and I'm gonna triple check which one. I'm gonna triple check which, because there's multiple locations as well. That's also why I don't know if this is the restaurant's fault or if it's the driver or fate. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do, this may be completely unusable, so don't get too excited, but I'm gonna call them right now.
Okay.
You may have to bleep out the name of the restaurant.
Sure.
May I help you?
Hi, I ordered some food today using caviar, and it came in a trash bag. Would that be the driver, or are y'all using the trash bags to deliver?
That's the driver.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, no problem. Enjoy your day, though.
Have a great night.
You too.
Hi. I think it's solved.
Well, no, here I will say he blamed it on the driver awful quick. That be the driver. And then he sounded real confused and shameful towards the end of that. I think he talked to the culprit. I think it was him.
Yeah, it could have been. Maybe this case is still open.
I think the case is still open. I don't know.
This isn't even what I wanted to talk to you about today. It just happened. Just like
Oh, really? Like right before?
dude, yeah. Like I didn't even there was a thing that I don't think I've ever told you about, because I told Sally for the first time.
Okay.
And
Okay, so we're shifting to that. So let's just say still open investigation.
yeah, still open investigation. Look, I'm gonna
Send
keep
us-
calling.
We're going to keep calling.
telling them that this happened to me.
Email us what you think happened.
Yeah.
Who do you think is to blame here?
Yeah.
Because also was this a trash bag already sitting in something at the restaurant, and they're like, oh no, we're out of bags, grab that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or maybe they just saw our order. Scenario 6. They saw our order it perfectly matched some food they had already thrown away. And so they were like, why not? Why waste food? There's people starving in other parts of the world.
Yeah.
Why waste food?
No, that's the only stuff that's been in that bag. I mean, the bag was outside, but don't worry about it. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Why is it wet? Don't. Now you're being.
Don't
one
worry
of them.
about it. You
Don't-
know, food. You cook. There's sauce and stuff. They'll be fine. They'll get it.
Yeah, that's my new favorite thing. I had a friend. It didn't make any sense and it had no context to the situation. But someone had said something and she was like, "Don't do that. You sound like one of them." And it's like there was no thing to attach
who's
it to.
them?
Yeah, exactly.
There's
though.
no.
It was
You can't say you sound like one of them, and there's no them.
Yeah, it was the perfect thing because there was no race thing to attach it to. There was no like it was just such an insane response. Ooh, don't do that. You sound like one of them. It's like
That's like the purest form of othering someone.
yes.
Of like I'm not even giving you a group. You just belong to them. It's like what? That's wild.
Yes. It is incredible. I was such a fan. I was so excited when it happened because I was like, there's nothing, no one, like, you know how sometimes people can be like, what do you mean, you people, sort of thing?
Yeah.
It wasn't that at all. It was literally like the confusion at the table.
Yeah.
And it was
It's kinda-
immediately hilarious. I went to dinner. I'm going to tell you the story in a second, but this is also
you're
very
good,
funny.
you're good.
I went to dinner last night, and I was crying. So I was out with friends, and one of my friends, his phone had died, but the bill came, and he was like, "What's the rate? Because I'm in cash. I do have my card, but I can just Venmo you. I could just Venmo you when my phone comes back on." And then our other friend was like, "Ooh, that doesn't sound good. You sound real poor right now." And he's like, "I'm talking about the battery, not the plan, okay?" And she's like, "Still though, you shouldn't say it like that. Ooh. I got pains when you said it to me like that." And he's like, "Well, do you want to put all my cards?" She's like, "No, it doesn't sound like it'll go through on your card." Or no, you gotta get your life in order. He's like, my phone just died. And she was like, "So then maybe clear your phone is poor. Okay, your phone is too poor for life."
Yeah.
And so it died. Your phone didn't even want to be a part of this conversation. You talking about you gonna Venmo people after you've left the area.
The most trustworthy type of Venmo.
He's like,
The one that's not in front of me.
the way that my man said, the battery, not the plan. Talking about things you gotta do with your phone's back on. It's like,
Yeah,
that's the most oof.
This is now Venmo you once I get some more minutes. It's about to be the end of the month. Once it rolls over, I'll be able to send you that. Be able to hit you with that Venmo.
What a because here's the thing. When I was in high school and college, I was very broke, and so I had a phone with minutes. And for anyone
We all have
listening
phones
to
with
this
minutes
podcast,
back then, I think, right? Or
not everybody. No.
okay, I did too. I guess.
Oof.
I mean, I didn't know there was another way.
No. The way
I didn't know
do
we
it
had it
now
limited back
is
then.
the way that people with money have always done it.
That's true. That is a
Just
good
so
point.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were
And
out
you used
here
to be able to call
minutes.
and you could call a number to find out how many minutes you had, which would take like a minute. So you'd lose a minute checking your minutes.
Also, the thing that really made me mad, and it evened out if the text was long enough, I guess, but every text message cost, and then you had to accept the deduction in minutes to read it. So then every text costs 30 seconds. It costs half a minute. So then,
is that what it cost?
Yeah. So then people would text you K, and it would cost half a minute. It didn't even take a second to read. My eyes recognized.
Yeah.
I didn't even do any reading. My eyes recognized a letter, and I knew what it meant. Right.
But yeah, to explain to our our younger listeners, back when I know every now and then we get kind of like back when phones were new. But we do get that way sometimes. But you used to have to literally, you had an allotted amount of phone time, not given to you by a parent or a guardian who said, this is all you're allowed because I don't trust you. This is the phone gave you this. The phone company would give you an allotted amount of time. And if you went over, if you had a plan that allowed you to go over, that overage charge was usually wild.
Also, your own money was dictated. Your own money was your dad. Like, because if you had plenty of money, you either had a phone plan or you could buy so many minutes that you didn't think about it.
Yeah, this is where the beginning of like burner phones were, because you could just buy a phone with a set amount of time on it, and then when you were done with it, you could just throw it away.
Yeah,
that's why those became popular. You could buy them in a 7-Eleven, use it for a couple hours, throw it away.
When I was in high school, or maybe I was even in junior high, the first kid I knew to get a cell phone got a cell phone with minutes on it. And I don't know if his parents bought it, if he bought it with summer money from his summer job, whatever. But either way, he bought the phone and bought 300 hours on it.
Jeez.
So this dude had 300 hours on the phone just ready to go. And he called me on my home phone. This dude called me to call me poor. This dude called me. This dude called my home phone. He called my house phone.
Man, 300 hours of phone, dude. It's like, by the time he used all that, phones had changed.
This dude called me and asked me if I was hungry.
Jesus.
This dude was a monster. Anyway,
see, bullying. You had to be more creative with bullying back then. We didn't just have social media.
We didn't have
immediate access. You had to go through the work.
And I shouldn't even. This is the thing. Okay, this is also where you date yourself, because things are new for every generation of people. There will be things that are new. So then there are people right now who, even though they're young, they remember life right before TikTok. Right? TikTok's only been around for a little while. So there are going to be people who are like, oh, yeah, I remember TikTok. And then when they have kids, people be like, TikTok? What is that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And
that's how the students I work with are. They're like, what? You're on TikTok? I'm like, guys, it's been around for like 3 years, and I'm old. You don't want me on it.
Also,
like,
we sound old because we remember life before everyone had just had a cell phone on them, right?
Yeah.
But it makes me...
But we remember before the internet, so that makes us sound 1,000 to probably kids now.
And like, because the idea of a supermarket is like still relatively, when you look at the world and you look at how we ship food and like all the processes around keeping food good until people can purchase it and stuff, that's all relatively new. So then if you're old enough, you remember a time where you had to live off of what grew near you, and that's all you got. Maybe if you traveled, or maybe if someone brought something back, you could have something that wasn't from where you were. And it's just so funny, because it's like, I think about my granddad. My granddad is so old, he probably remembers before apples. I could see people my granddad's age being like, I remember, because we even really eat apples like that. Because think about it, like it was specifically where you were, and
it's what you had, what grew near.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like there are people who probably had their first apple thinking they could just peel it like an orange, be like, it's not coming off. I don't know, just hands slipping on it.
Man, a hard ass tomato. Mm-hmm. Gross. Anyway, what was the thing you were going to tell me?
Oh, okay.
Before we went back to our olden days of minutes on phones.
Yeah.
In the old country.
The thing I was going to tell you was, when I was little, I would play soccer, and we've talked about this, like how I was not good.
Star athlete, like you were great at everything. Oh, that's right. It was the other way. Sorry.
Wow. What an attack. So then when I was little, I was playing this scrimmage game. So not one of the ones that counted. We're not even in our jerseys or anything, our little uniforms. And This is like horrific. So basically, it was like a practice day, right? And so
Right.
we're all out on the field, and we're young. We're like, I was maybe 6 or something.
Okay.
So like a lot of us aren't even coordinated. Like if you can kick the ball straight, you're the best player on this team.
Yeah.
And so
You're Beckham if you're. You don't even have to bend it. You're footing it like Beckham.
every time a kid, I remember this specifically, anytime a kid lofted, first of all, almost all of our like lofting kicks were by accident. Anytime a kid could make the ball just fly up in the air for any distance and by any height, we were amazed. We were like, we would celebrate that like it was a goal. So we were not a winning team. And so
As you're cheering, the other kid just goes by you with the ball.
we're lifting up
Scores
the
behind
kid
you.
who did it.
Oh my God. It went so high and the wrong way.
So then this is such chaos. And like even when I remembered it and I was talking to Sally about it, a part of me was like, I don't know if I should tell it on the podcast yet because I'm trying to remember everything that happened. And then 2, I don't think people will like identify with me the way that I need them to. Most stories I tell on this podcast, I don't care about the perception. I'm just telling you my side of what happened. And this is the first time I was like truly upset by something like that. What's up?
Okay. I was like upset by how you handled it.
No,
or...
I was upset by what happened to the point where I think I genuinely blocked it out because
good. So we're getting into repressed memories. That's where we've gotten.
Well, no, it's just like
on the show.
I don't even remember what brought it up, but I was telling Sally about it. Anyway.
Okay.
So then
I'm so curious, by the way, now. That's a very intriguing intro.
we're all like uncoordinated 7-year-olds, right? And we're doing this practice game. And the practice game is just our team. So it's just like, it's not, the stakes couldn't be lower. But all year, I've been bad. And I've been so remarkably bad that they don't know where to put me. So they have the same problem they have with me that the kid that's good at everything, you know? Like the kid that can dribble straight, they're like, should we make him the forward? Should we have him as a defender? What should we do, right?
Is he in high school now? What do we do with him?
Yeah. Can we get him held back? You know?
We either got to hold him back or we got to launch him forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody just like throws his dad some money under the table to like mess up his homework for him.
We got to keep him to teach the other kids.
Yeah. So anyway, in the game, this kid had brought his dog, right? And the dog has been asleep for almost all of practice, just chilling, right? And it's like it's a fairly big dog. And then but it's still like, it's not like an old dog, but it's like puppy age. I can't remember what the breed was, but it was like medium sized to say it was a puppy, you know?
Okay.
And been sleeping, been a good dog the whole time. Anyway, this is also a time where you got to think about how you're coaching kids who don't understand real plays. You're just trying to get them to do their position.
Yeah.
And to stay in a general sense of where they're supposed to play.
Yeah, you're kind of going with a zone situation because especially at that age and in America especially, a kid's knowledge of soccer is going to be, hey, kick the ball.
Yeah. And
it comes to you and you kick it.
Yeah.
That's kind of, and again,
so
I know it's different in Europe. That's how we view it here.
And so for me, what ended up happening was there was a kid from the defender's position that was dribbling the ball towards me, and I should go back slightly. I'm goalie this time.
Oh, okay, you're goalie
because they were
All
like,
right.
he's not fast. He'll have an asthma attack, right? He cannot kick the ball straight, but maybe straight isn't what we need. We just need it out of the way. and so maybe he'll be a good goalie. That's literally
he finds a way to get hit by stuff.
Yeah.
Let's put him there.
Yeah. He's been hit by the ball in the face a lot. I don't know how it finds his forehead, but
let's use that face to our advantage.
And I'm even excited because I'm like, this is my chance to prove myself, you know?
Yeah.
This is my opportunity.
As you're standing there bleeding.
Yeah. This is my opportunity.
Finally.
I'm gonna be good at the sport. Because remember, I told you before, it's like I kind of wanted to be like that sport, like that athlete, you know. Anyway,
Still kind of do in a little bit.
all right.
Just saying what we cover on this show, your endeavors.
So
You have dreams of becoming a very buff ninja. That's what it seems like.
So the kid is dribbling from the defender's position at me. So he's coming at me for a while. And so many, because he's not fast. So
Right.
many things are going through my head. Like so many thoughts. Like, okay, I got my eye on the ball. I know which kid has it. He's not passing. So it's not like I'm going to get, and also, I think they were trying to teach us offsides at that point. So then there really wasn't too many people ahead of him to try to pull him off sides, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So it's really just me by myself on this entire side of the field while he's coming and the other kids are running. And so I'm like, okay, I just got to stay calm. All right. I just have to keep my eye on the ball. He's coming at me. He's not fast. He's going to kick it. He's probably going to kick it straight because none of us are good. You know, like I'm in my head, I'm like locked in.
Right. Yeah.
And just as he gets maybe past 3/4 down the field, so like this is game time. This is when I'm gonna have to step up. He kicks the ball just a little too far in front of him. You know, like when you're dribbling a soccer ball and sometimes you don't manage the distance well. And so he's kicked it really far in front of him. Now he has to catch up with it. When he kicks it that far, at this point the dog wakes up and just full puppy mode. The dog wakes up and then takes off and hits it with its nose down the rest of the field at me, and now it's a dog. Now I'm like, what do I do? What?
Wait, the dog just took over?
Dude, the dog just, and like I'm not being dramatic when I say that this was probably all of 10 feet, you know,
Right?
Because he was almost there.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
But then now he's here, so he's like all about to be at the ball again, and the dog was just off to the sideline, laying down. And so now it takes off, runs in front of him, and starts like knocking the ball with his head. And then he knocks it one last. He touched it all of like 2 or 3 times, but he knocks it one last time, and I'm like, at first I'm scared because I'm like, the dog seems big as it's running towards me. I'm also little. Then I calm down. This is all happening in a moment. Then I calm down for a second because I was like, oh, a dog. Now I'll just be able to grab it. I hope I don't get bit, but now I can just grab the ball, right? And at the last second, he like hits it with his little nose, but it goes a little to the left, and I miss. And so technically the dog scored on me. And people are like screaming. They're like, oh, it's like such a funny, and the kids run up to the dog and they're like, and the dog's excited and he's like hopping and stuff like that.
They pick the dogs up on its shoulders. And
Dude,
they carry him off the field.
it was like a full, like kind of like an Air Bud situation, except there was no stakes, you know?
It was 100% Air Bud situation. I think they even did a soccer one with Air Bud.
And we always celebrate Air Bud, but we always forget the kid that he scored on. That just really wanted to have his own moment.
Yeah. No, Air Bud gave full competing teams just mass depression.
Like I don't think I was so upset. I was like so hurt because I played it back in my head a bunch of times because I was like, there's no way I missed that.
Yeah.
Because it happened so fast. Literally, the dog just like blah, 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 and then it was in the goal.
The dog just took over, though. The fact that he kind of kept it on the same path is interesting and almost suspicious.
Dude, it's like 2 or 3
I'm gonna
touches.
say there's another mystery we have. I think you got played. This dog has been trained.
This is a
He's
circus
the ringer.
dog. This is not my fault. This is a circus
This
dog.
is a genuine Air Bud scenario.
And it's like, look, I don't think in a million years the dog could do it again because he wasn't even trying to Like the dog was
He just got
trying to play
excited
with
and
the
just
ball.
went for the ball.
He wasn't trying
Yeah.
to score, but he was so close to the goal by the second time he touched it. And it's like I was already not good.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
Now, but I'm gonna make you feel better though,
What?
because frankly, I'm just saying, because soccer, football in other countries is a game of feet, and dogs got 4. You know, so technically,
I was able to use my hands. We both had 4 appendages at play.
I'm just saying. He's actually, you know, he's over equipped.
We both had 4 limbs to work with, and
No, I mean, no. Listen, it's embarrassing, and you should be embarrassed. But
it's also
I'm
like
trying to make it.
the worst part is that it's like not even enough people were there.
For it to even be like a really cool thing, like to be like a you know,
It was like
like we said, this is pre phones we established, so this wasn't like a viral moment, but could have been a socially viral moment.
it was like 8 kids playing,
Yeah, so this is just your pain.
and not every parent was there.
So this doesn't even get to be like a fun, like, oh my God, did you see that moment? It's just one kid being embarrassed because a dog scored on
I'm
him.
pretty sure my mom had to run an errand. Like, I mean, I'm glad my mom didn't see it, but
No, you just didn't see her sneak out. She was like, ugh.
ooh, I'm gonna come back at 5 because
Come back after all the other kids have already left before I pick him up.
yeah.
Wow. So what made you think of this? Because you said you're not even sure if you remembered it fully, if you blocked it. What brought it
I
out?
don't know. Sally and I were just talking, and then I think I maybe had a moment or something.
Did you start shaking and
Just decided to be vulnerable, you know.
was that your last day in soccer?
No, I didn't stop doing soccer till I was like 13.
Okay.
So
did it push you forward? It made you angry.
Oh, it made
You're
me
like,
angry. It didn't make me better. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was bad.
Yeah. Well, you know, I can say that is a unique thing. I've never been scored on by an animal, I don't think. So that's a unique experience. You got that going for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it sounds like you're having a day
Yeah. Yeah.
with muddy food and sports drama.
Just like the next time you watch one of those movies, just think about the kid.
Think about the other teams that feel terrible. Think about the teams that Airbud beat. Think about the spirits that he crushed. There's nothing in the rules that says a dog can't play basketball, but there's also nothing in the rules that say I can't feel bad about it.
It honestly, if I'm being real with you, it was bullying. It's just let your dog be at home. It was sleeping anyway.
Right.
Keep your dog, get your dog off the grass. You know what I'm saying?
Keep dog off grass, otherwise become supreme athlete. Is what the little signs will say in the yard.
A dog wasn't even cute.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's how I'm feeling about
you're
it.
You're coming at this dog now.
Yeah, I don't know what breed it was, but the breed was ugly. All right. Yeah.
Oh, this dog breed? The breed is trash.
Yeah.
That's what this dog is.
Yeah. Thank you.
I mean, you're gonna hate me saying this, but like, what a piece of the Josh Johnson puzzle we've just found.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, yes, I knew you wouldn't like it, but like, I guess I'm speaking to the listeners because I'm sure they all heard that and they're like, oh, yeah, this makes sense. This
Makes
seems like a man who
sense.
get This man would get dunked on by a dog.
Look, I'm the winner.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
That was over 20 years ago. So guess who's still alive? All right. I can still dribble. Got my good limbs, can run.
Yeah. But now look at you, taking care of a dog.
What does that have to what does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying you gotta do
What does that
saying
have to do with anything?
Just saying
My dog would never be able to I would run circles around my dog, okay?
Josh has made a point to never show his dog a ball because he doesn't want to come close to repeating this mistake.
Chance would be puffed out when I got done with him, okay?
Oh, goodness. Mm-hmm. How does it make you feel to relive that memory, to have it back?
I mean, it's fine. When I think about where I am in life and when I think about that dog isn't in life.
Hard cut to Josh being heckled in a comedy club by a dog.
There's a whole litter.
I did a show a couple years ago at like a brewery, and it was like one of those places they allow dogs to come into, and there was like so few people in the audience that there was literally almost equal to the amount of people and dogs in the place. Or it was like 2/3 because there was like 7 people and like 4 dogs. And I'm like, this audience is damn near mostly dog at this point. That's a strange place to be. And I think one did bark. So I think I did get heckled by a dog. So there, I have that over you.
Yep.
Okay, well, while Josh is dealing with his trauma, I will open up the mailbag. Unless you had something else.
No, that was it. Do we have another one from Anna, you said?
Yeah, I was looking for that. Because I figured since we got a little extra time, we can do that one.
Thank y'all so much for writing in. We appreciate you. We have so much fun with these. We look forward to them every week. Anytime y'all send them in, we're happy. So thank you again.
There it is. Scrolled past it a bunch of times. All right. But yes, we do have an update from Anna. Okay, real quick. Let's try to recap the story thus far. This is an ongoing chain of emails.
Okay.
So this started with her going on a date with the guy
who was a foot pervert.
A real toe fiend. Not only was he really in defeat, but slid under the table to remove her shoe and smell it and was like, oh, yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's foot.
That's foot. And then I believe that tickled her foot, so she kicked him in the head?
I think in the face, maybe?
In the face. Kicked him in the face, which I believe also knocked over something on the table and fell on the table next to them.
Made a big production of the fall.
Yes, yeah. And then something was spilled on her, right? I believe something got spilled on her.
Maybe something was spilled on her from his fall.
While he was, or was it he was underneath, so a server tripped over him because he was on the ground getting them good feet smells.
He made it worse, whatever happened.
Whatever happened, he made it worse.
Yeah.
And then the other server kicked him out or whatever, or helped just end the situation, helped her clean up whatever got spilled on her. So she went on a date with him, and she ended up on a date with him where then he revealed that he's really into BDSM stuff. Because he asked, are you a gray?
And she was, at first she didn't understand it. Then she realized.
I believe, I don't know, and I also don't know if we clarified. We found out later that applies to 50 Shades of Grey, or we might have read an email
that
explained that. But when he said you're a gray, that was going to 50 already. This is so much backstory.
Yeah. So if this is your first episode listening, we've caught you up as best as possible.
Yeah, and the cliffhanger, because she always leaves us on cliffhangers, and very tantalizing ones. I believe the last thing was after he was talking about being into BDSM and stuff like that. Then the foot fetish guy was outside the window and said, "I found you."
Yeah.
And this is where we had our little debate of just like, are we getting played? Mm-hmm. But either way, we're having a fun time with the story, so I kind of don't care.
Yeah, I want to see it through to the end, even if none of these people ever lived. Even if Anna is not real.
Okay, and this one I like too. This one is titled "The Showdown." Is how this one is titled.
Okay,
but this is from our friend Anna.
All right.
Hey guys, you said you never heard the expression "gray" before. It's apparently used in dating apps as a slang/short for being dominant. The word refers to 50 Shades of Grey. Some people just use a gray picture and that's it. Oh, just a gray picture. Interesting. I want to give you some context. As you know, Sweden is a small country. The population of New York, they're out of Sweden. That's just W.
As you know, Sweden.
Small country. Anyway, this has nothing to do with that. Never been.
Want to go?
As you know, Sweden is a small country. The population of New York City pretty much amounts to the total population of Sweden. In the capital, there is about 1 million. In the actual city center, the number is about 400,000. In most cities around Sweden, all restaurants, clubs, cafes, and most fun stuff is situated in the city center. So if you want to find someone, it is possible, but statistically not likely. In my case, I was ratted out by one of two people that knew where, what, when, and who I was seeing that night.